Hey there, thanks for joining me. Well, today I'm finally tackling probably the biggest topic and the most asked question, and that's how and why I play the way I do without a pick. If you've seen any of my videos over the past 10 years with Reverb or Pro Guitar Shop, you'll notice there's something a little bit different going on with the way I play. Well, it really started from the very beginning. I started taking lessons around 12 or 13, and my instructor wanted me to use a pick. And up until then, I'd just been kind of playing around on my, grandpa's acoustic guitar without any pick. Been playing stuff on my own like this. And how am I supposed to do that with a pick? You're already using two fingers. Now you got to try to get the open string, and I like doing it sometimes with the B and the E open. So it really didn't take long before I quit lessons, which probably wasn't the best idea at the time, but a lot of people ask whether I was influenced by, players like Robbie Krieger or Mark Knopfler, some of the more famous, pickless players, but really I just, I didn't grow up with YouTube, and I just kind of did things my own way, and really I didn't find out till a few years later that those guys were playing that way. And I actually found it, kind of interesting that Knopfler, played that style, and kind of. That's kind of a more country influenced style of playing. And I didn't really want to sound like a finger player. I wanted to, sound like. First off, I'm not ever using a thumb pick or putting anything special on my fingers. You could probably tell that my thumbnail is very short. I actually just always bite my nails, so that's I try not to bite the edge. So it's just kind of like this. Not a lot of upstrokes. I could kind of rake that. I could still get a little palm muting action in there. And it's good enough for rock and roll, I think, sometimes. If I need to get a little bit faster, here's where the tremolo picking comes in. You're just kind of pedaling that. Early days, I'd try to play like something like Highway Star. Yeah, it takes a lot of energy, and so I kind of found a balance. I can't always play like that full on. Again, I'd probably grab a pick if I was really, in a surf band or something like that, but I could kind of fake it a little bit. Depends on how tired my hand is already. But so it's just kind of a hybrid of fingernail on the edge of the thumb, and especially if you're playing something that's alternate picking. That was actually one of the first songs that I was playing again with that instructor. And playing with a pick, it just seemed to get in the way. I could kind of. It's so much quicker for me. It's so much more fluid. I feel like I'm always, trying to just make it as clean as possible by muting other strings. Say, I'm playing. I kind of have the other strings muted. And certainly the tremolo picking came early when I was really trying to get the madness of Jimmy Page, especially like, you know, Song Remains the Same at the beginning of Since I've Been Loving You. A few years later, I was really into Charlie Hunter, and this is the reason why you'll probably see an 8-string Novak's fan fret guitar come up on this channel eventually, you know, playing those independent bass lines. 3 strings at once again. I also enjoy playing, you know, arpeggios a lot more than just kind of just strumming, you know, down strumming all the time. You know, there's a certain style of player, definitely, you know, a certain age bracket that would rather play like this, using that lower string to kind of keep the rhythm going. But, you know, I'd play something like this. And, you know, something like just a simple lead. So there's a little bit, you know, of alternate picking here. And a little bit like Lindsey Buckingham, you know, he'll kind of do the flick. It really is because you're at the edge of the cliff here, so you got a choice whether you want to flick it. There's not a lot of support, so I will sometimes do the, you know, fake pick right here. So it really is sort of a dynamic approach because you're always changing between or. So something like that, going back to Highway Star, that really wears out your fingers. So, you know, maybe up here you're like, you do a little bit more Mark Knopfler style. So there's all sorts of variations, and that's again why I really love this style of playing, because you get all of it. You get, you know, subtle playing to just real, you know, snappy, you know, in your face pick attacks. So there it is, kind of in a nutshell. I just set up the cameras and blasted away. So, you know, we might come to part 2, you know, if you want to hear something a little bit more in detail. Thanks for being supportive of my playing style over the years, and I'll see you next time for another Andy demo.